Good morning, class 9. I hope you all are fit and fine and enjoying at your homes. For keeping you learning, here we start another chapter of economics, that is chapter 2, People as a Resource. Now, when we talk about people as a resource, the term resource you've already learned in the previous classes. Resource is something that is useful. Now, when this resource term is with people, so that means how people are resource, how the human being can become a resource. Like other resources, population is also considered a resource, and that is called a human resource. In this chapter, there is an effort to explain population as an asset for the economy rather than liability. Now, asset refers to a useful or a valuable thing, whereas a liability refers to some burden. So, here what we are going to explain is the population of our country is a valuable thing, rather we consider it as a burden. In the previous chapter also we have studied about human capital. Human capital referred to the skills and knowledge of person. And these skills and knowledge can be get through education, training and medical care. In fact, human capital is the stock of skills and productive knowledge embedded in them. So here comes the definition of people as resource. It is a way of referring to a country's working people in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. Person who has skills, knowledge, experience to do the work, those people are called working people. They will work and earn. Those people who are working and earning in the country, they become resource for the country. Their income is calculated in the national income of the country, and if you are contributing to the national income, that means you are the resource for the country. That means you are some valuable person for the country that is earning. So, if you are working, if you are utilizing your skills and knowledge, that means you are a resource for the country. And you are not a liability on the country, you are not a burden on the country. I hope the meaning of people as a resource is clear to you. Now, when this human resource is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it human capital formation. Here, human capital formation. Human capital is forming. For example, there is an engineer who works in a multinational company and earns a package of around 10 lakhs per year. He is earning good, but after a period of time, he realizes that he wants to earn more and he pursues MBA after that. So, after doing MBA, he is able to get the package of around 15 to 25 lakhs per year. What happened? Human capital, that is skills and knowledge, are further developed by doing higher studies. He has upgraded his knowledge by gaining more education, by gaining a higher degree. And by gaining a higher degree, he is able to earn the package of higher value. So, when we gain more knowledge and skills and training, that means we are increasing our human capital. We are increasing our capital, and this capital is forming. So this is called human capital formation. So, can we say that investment in human capital is similar to investment in physical capital? Before going further, reread the sentence. Investment in human capital. Investment in human capital means when we increase our human capital. When we put money into our human capital. How we put money in the human capital? When we put money in gaining skills and knowledge. Like that person did his MBA, he invested money in his MBA. That's why he was able to earn more income. So, if we invest in our human capital, it is similar to the investment in physical capital. Physical capital, we did in last chapter, physical capital refers to tools, equipments, machinery. If we buy more machinery, it is obvious that we will earn more. More machinery, more income. Similarly, if we study more, we will earn more. So there is a link, there is a similarity between the investment in human capital and investment in physical capital. We have taken another example of green revolution. India's green revolution is a dramatic example of how the input of greater knowledge in the form of improved production of technologies can rapidly increase the productivity of scarce land resources. Now, in the last chapter, we have seen the modern farming methods resulted in higher production and higher incomes of the farmer. Now, modern farming methods, who have invented? Mind of people. The higher the skills, higher the research done in that particular thing, the modern the technology we are using. And in whether in agriculture or in medical field or in any field, if any research is done, if any modern technologies are coming up, they are the result of skills, mind and the skills and the knowledge of people. In the same way, the modern techniques used in green revolution, say high yielding variety seeds, they all were the result of higher skills and knowledge of people, and it resulted in higher incomes. Look at this picture. Can you explain how a doctor, teacher, engineer and a tailor are an asset to the economy? I hope you all can answer this question. A doctor, teacher, engineer, they all are serving the economy as well as they are earning. They are valuable for the economy. They have used their skills and knowledge to be a resource for the country. In fact, if we see all the factors of production, land, labor, physical capital and human capital is in one way superior to all other factors of production. All other factors of production like land cannot be useful on its own. Labor, without having capital, without having machines, equipments, they are not able to work. And physical capital also is of no use if there are no skills and knowledge. So, human resources can make use of land and capital. Land and capital cannot become useful on its own. There is a question, how can population be turned from liability to an asset? If we say the population of our country is a burden on the country, so many population, we have to feed them all, and there are a lot of problems because of higher rate of population. But now, if I ask you a question that how can this burden, how this population can be turned from this liability to an asset? So the answer is, if we invest in this human capital, if we provide more and more education and proper health care to all the population of the country, we will be able to ensure that that population becomes the asset for the country. By spending resources on education and health for all, training of industrial and agricultural workers in use of modern technologies, useful scientific researches, we will be able to achieve this goal. Now here is one more example, and this is the last one for the day. One more example, if we talk about countries. I hope you all have heard that Japan is a very advanced and developed country. Now, do you know that Japan has very limited natural resources and still it is one of the most developed nations of the world? Countries like Japan have invested in human resource. They do not have natural resources. These countries are rich and developed just because they have made investment in human resource. They have invested on people, especially in the field of education and health. That's why They have succeeded in the field of technology. And if you have better skills and knowledge, you can efficiently use other resources like land and capital. Efficiency and the technology evolved by people have made these countries rich and developed. So with this, I'm ending the video here. Please go through the chapter. Please read page number 16, 17, 18 and 19, first 4 pages of chapter 2, and go through the more examples given in between the chapters. And if you face any doubt, please ask. Thank you.